Hey everybody, we have a recent study that says obesity is on the rise, what researchers say could be true by 2050, and we also have a lawsuit between firefighters and police in Mobile. It's been dismissed. Now, we'll see why the mayor said that the lawsuit in the first place was pointless, and plus, it's week 2 of playoffs for high school football, so what games will be following, all that and more coming up on News 5 Now.
This is News 5 Now, streaming live to your neighborhood and around the world.
Hey everybody, my name is Jeremy Jones, and thank you guys so much for being here with me on News 5 Now, where we'll bring you the biggest stories here along the Gulf Coast, along with our question of the day and the poll of the day. We'll have a little bit of a nice conversation so we can feel more connected with you guys, our viewers here on the Gulf Coast and watching here News 5 Now. So coming up, let's go ahead and bring you guys those big stories at the top hour. So we're going to start with number 5. Number 5. Obesity in America has risen drastically in the last 30 years, and it could be on track to rise even higher. Researchers found that in many states, more than half of young men and women are considered overweight or obese. They say if the problem isn't addressed, the U.S. could have more than 250 million obese people by 2050. That should shock some. Number 4. Travis Lofton has been found guilty of murdering a Daphne restaurant manager. A jury handed down the guilty verdict this afternoon on the 4th day of the trial. Lofton was charged with murder for shooting and killing Jason Millett outside of Tziski's Mediterranean Cafe in Daphne last year. Millett was found shot in the chest outside of the Eastern Shore restaurant. Investigators say Lofton drove to Daphne, waited for Millett, approached him and another employee at the back of the restaurant, and fired a single shot. Lofton will be sentenced in the next 60 days, and he faces 20 years to life in prison. Number 3. A lawsuit alleging pay discrepancies between firefighters and police in Mobile has been dismissed. The International Association of Firefighters filed a lawsuit against the city in 2022, claiming that the city broke state law that requires firefighters and police officers to be on the same pay plan. The city announced today that a judge dismissed the case after an overhaul of the city's plan for first responders. The judge's decision comes nearly 2 months after the city council passed a budget for the 2025 fiscal year that includes a more than $7,700 raise for firefighters and police officers. Mayor Stimson said the overhaul made the lawsuit pointless. The attorney representing the firefighters union says the case didn't go far enough and that firefighters are lacking millions of dollars in pay that police have received. Number 2. A Mobile man claims he was the victim of owl attacks twice within 5 days. He's not the first to report run-ins with the owls in the Spring Hill area, causing city leaders to now get involved. Trey Galloway told News 5 he was attacked by owls twice in the same exact spot at the same exact time of day. The first attack happened on a 4:30 run on Halloween morning on Old Shell Road between Benton Spur and McGregor. The second attack came just 5 days later when Galloway was in the last mile of his morning run. Owls are considered raptors, and they require a special permit to handle. The city has been in discussions with a licensed handler out of Mississippi to set traps in the owl's nest and wait for them to get caught. Now that, my friends, is pretty scary. I would hate for an owl to attack me. Number 1. Week 2 of high school football playoffs will be underway in just about an hour and a half. Our game of the week is taking place at UMS Wright, where the UMS Bulldogs will take on the Andalusia Bulldogs. In the first round of playoffs last week, the UMS Bulldogs went on the road and defeated Demopolis 21-7 and earned the right to play at home. This is the 14th consecutive season that UMS Wright has made it to the second round of playoffs, so we'll be following and monitoring that game very closely for you guys tonight. And other big games in our area include Montgomery Catholic at Citronelle, Fairfield at W.S. Neal, McAdory at Saraland, and Pike Road at St. Paul's. Remember, you can catch all the game highlights on our 5th quarter show with Simone Eli and Gerhard Mathangani right after the 10 o'clock news. And that's our big look at the stories this hour, you guys. So we have some pretty interesting stories this Friday afternoon. Now, we're going to go ahead and switch over to our question of the day. Now, this one might be a little, interesting to see what a lot of people are saying. So our question of the day is, President-elect Donald Trump has nominated Northwest Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz to be the Attorney General. How do you feel about his decision? So let's see what you guys are saying. Kim says he will clean the house. Karen says a few too many skeletons in his closet, of course. Our current one is no prize either. His agents harass parents speaking out at school board meetings, and he weaponized the DOJ against political opponents. Taylor says, well, what department does Hulk Hogan or K-Rock get? Great, this is why I voted for Trump. Matt Gaetz is the best. He'll do a great job. What goes around comes around. Great news. LOL, he did this 2 days before the details of the multi-year investigation into him were to be released. It's obvious what's going on here. What's crazy is that now supposedly they can't release the findings. It's a crazy system we live under. A sex offender helping a sex offender. So far, like all of his choices except Gaetz. He needs to find someone else. The fox is in the hen house. Love it. So we see some mixed reactions here. We have some people who are, in favor of President-elect Trump's decision to appoint Matt Gaetz. And we have some people who are like, So, we have a pretty balanced comment section here. What's this? Okay. Trump and his administration will reap what they sow. Yes, drain the swamp. Bad choice. He's a rhino. Yes, resigned his seat so the investigation are now closed. How convenient. All right. So it looks like let's see. Oh, okay. I reckon I used to watch that show, actually. It's pretty entertaining. Okay. Okay, so some people, all right. We'll just see whatever happens when when Trump is sworn in on the 20th. Inauguration, I believe, is 20th. So we'll just see what happens. All right. So that is enough of our question of the day. Now we're going to switch over to our Facebook poll. Do you think Greg Popovich should retire? Now, in a very rudimentary conversation I had with my colleague who here, because I know nothing about sports. San Antonio Spurs head coach Greg Popovich is recovering from a stroke that he received earlier this month. And so let's see what you guys think. Since he had a stroke, looks like 73% of you guys said yes, he should retire, and 27% of you guys said no. Now, I'll be very transparent with you guys. I am somebody who, if a job lets me go and have a stroke, that will be my last day at said job. All right, guys. Well, that's enough fun. So this is what you guys are going to do next. You're going to go ahead and head over to our Facebook page where you can like our page and follow WKRG News 5 to be notified when our News 5 Now streams will go live every weeknight at 5:30. We also have them at 8 a.m. with our Bill Riles and Shimani Baker, and then 12:30 with our Devin Walsh. So go ahead and head over to our Facebook, give us a thumbs up, and then answer our next question of the day. What is one TV show you wish you could watch again for the first time? And then what I want you guys to do is vote in our next Facebook poll. And we want your vote on this. The holiday season is right around the corner. Do you prefer shopping online or in person? Now, I shop online, love online. It's easier. Come to my door so I can wrap it up in a nice little thing, put a bow on it, and call it a day. All right, and we'll be right back here on Monday with those results. Now, what I want you guys to do now is turn your TV to WKRG to finish the last bit of CBS Evening News, and then stay tuned for WKRG News 5 at 6, where you'll see our Peter Albrecht, Roseanne Haven, Simone Eli, and Gerhard Mathangani, and our Chief Meteorologist, Ed Bloodsworth. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye now.